Welcome to the Membership Guys podcast. Kick-ass advice and tips for membership site owners.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 213 of the Membership Guys podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morrison, one half of the Membership Guys. This is the number one show for proven practical tips and advice on growing a successful membership website. Today, we have a fantastic episode lined up for you. Okay, so in today's episode, we're talking about how you respond if someone tells you that they can't afford your membership. Now, anybody who's run a membership for more than a minute will have had somebody tell them that they're overpriced, that they can't afford the membership fee, and trying to get them to either give a discount or a free month, or to encourage them to bring the price of their membership down. So what do you do if somebody says that to you? Well, the first thing is to make sure you don't read too much into it. Definitely don't take this sort of feedback as a sign that you're overpriced. Of course, if hundreds and thousands of people are telling you this, then maybe you want to pay attention to it. But chances are it's just one or two people. And for as many people who think that your membership is too expensive, there'll be just as many or more who think that it's an absolute bargain. You need to put feedback like this in perspective. Remember that this is just one person telling you they can't afford your site. And even if you've had a few more people over time telling you this, relatively speaking, chances are that it's still an extreme minority opinion. Too often we let what one person says carry way too much weight, even though we might have hundreds and thousands of people who are perfectly happy with everything, who have no problems affording your membership, who think the pricing is absolutely right. It's hardly ever a good thing to reduce the price of your membership, either globally or just for one person in a special case. So you certainly shouldn't be giving it any thought based on just one or two comments. If someone genuinely can't afford it, then that's them. That's not you. And as much as you might want to bend the rules or try and find a compromise or rethink your entire pricing strategy on the basis of that one person, you owe it to your member base to not overthink this. Do not overreact to this sort of feedback. So avoid the temptation to change anything or to panic if somebody starts questioning the affordability of your membership. Also avoid the temptation to offer discount or some sort of special deal just for that person. You know, some people try their luck and they'll complain about the price just to try and score a discount and save a bit of money to get you to bend and give them a flexible rate, even if they don't actually have a problem with how much your membership costs. We see that all the time with Memberside Academy. So every now and then someone will grumble about the price, they'll angle for a discount or a free month, we'll typically tell them no, and then they go ahead and they join anyway. You know, you can't start giving out individual special case discounts just because somebody complains that they think you're a little too expensive. Now, you might want to have a trial offer, so have a 7 or a 14-day free trial or a $1 trial or something like that maybe you keep up your sleeve. You don't offer it publicly, but you keep it available to respond to this sort of feedback with. And actually, offering a trial like that can be a good way of distinguishing between people who are just trying their luck and maybe people who just want a chance to be able to actually see whether your membership is something that there's true value in investing in. But we definitely discourage from offering one-off discounts just to placate people, or even worse, rethinking your pricing and considering reducing the cost of your membership overall. You need to remember that pricing just isn't logical. It's not based in logic. It's all about value perception. There's no sweet spot. There's no correct price to offer. Again, as mentioned, for as many people who think you're too expensive, there'll be people who think that you're actually undercharging. Pricing just isn't logical. So you want to reframe things to ensure that people are focusing on value, not on the cost. You want to make sure you're fully explaining what someone gets in return for joining your membership. Not just the stuff, not just talking about how many courses you have and all that, but the positive changes that your membership can affect, the problems that it can solve. Ask these people, why are you considering joining? What is it that you're hoping to achieve? What problem are you hoping my membership is the solution for? How much value is that achievement to them? How much is solving that problem worth to them? Can they actually afford not to join? Now, you don't want to go over the top on this. You don't want to be guilt tripping or manipulating people into joining, but certainly make efforts to move the discussion from one of price, but certainly make efforts to change the conversation from one of price to one of value. It's also worth ensuring that they're aware of all the different joining options. It's not uncommon for people to get a little bit confused in the buying decision. We've actually seen cases where someone's been complaining about the price and then we found out they're actually just looking at the annual cost. They haven't noticed the monthly rate, or maybe they thought the monthly rate was just kind of a breakdown that's representative of how much it works out at. This sort of stuff happens all the time. You can't just assume that someone is fully aware of all the different joining options. So make sure you clarify that to them. Make sure you point out we have a monthly option, we have an annual option. If you sign up annual, it's a bigger one-off investment, but you save money over time, all that sort of stuff. Make sure it's not just a case of misunderstanding. And overall, it's okay that not everyone will be able to join. In fact, it's expected that not everyone will be able to join. Not everyone will be able to afford your membership. It's unrealistic to think that they will. Your membership doesn't have to be accessible to absolutely every person. It's okay if someone's not ready or not able to join right now, or if the value your membership represents to them in their current situation isn't worth the investment. If someone is genuinely struggling financially to join, then really their focus should probably be on something other than your membership. Even if yours is a membership that they think will help their financial situation, if they're so desperate financially that they can't join, then their expectations are likely to be way too high about what your site can do for them and how quickly it can help them turn their situation around. And so joining could possibly do them more harm than good. You don't have to try to convince these people to join. It's okay that they can't. And if it's not a problem, a genuine issue with affordability, it may just be that someone just doesn't want to pay what you're charging. Well, then you don't want those people joining anyway, because they either don't see the value that you offer, and so they will not value it, they will not contribute positively, or they don't see it as a priority. Solving that problem isn't a priority. Making progress just isn't important for them right now, in which case, again, they're not likely to be a good member. They're not likely to participate positively in your community. They're not likely to stick around long term. Or they're someone who's going to question every single penny, every single dollar that they're spending. They're going to be overanalyzing and critiquing every single month what they're getting as a return on their investment. Again, these guys are going to be a bit of a pain to have as a member. It's okay that they can't join. It's fine. And in fact, you can use this sort of stuff as an opportunity to highlight any free resources that you have as an alternative to joining your membership. If someone can't afford you right now, but you're putting out blogs, you're putting out podcasts, you've got a video channel on YouTube, then send those people to that content. They may not be aware that it exists, or if they are, this is a good way of being able to show the distinction between what somebody can get for free and what they could have if they paid, which again can change their value perception of your membership. So, if you've had somebody tell you that they can't afford your membership, first and foremost, don't read too much into it. It doesn't mean that you're overpriced. It's generally more of a reflection on their circumstances than on your strategy. Avoid the temptation to make sweeping changes in your membership just because one person is telling you that you're just a little too expensive for them. Don't go throwing out special one-off discounts to anybody who questions your pricing. That's not fair to your other members. Instead, refocus and reframe the conversation to be one that focuses on value, that highlights the cost of not joining. Ensure that they're fully aware of all the joining options, that they haven't just misunderstood or misinterpreted your pricing. It may be that it's not actually clear to someone how much your membership costs. Maybe they're looking at your annual pricing without realizing that they can get the more affordable monthly option. And in the end, just remember that it's fine if not everyone can join your membership. It's unrealistic to expect your site to be accessible and affordable to absolutely everybody. Instead, use the opportunity to direct those people towards your free resources so you're still helping them. You're still demonstrating the fact that actually you put out a lot of great stuff and a lot of value completely free, and that actually highlights the line between what someone can get as a non-member versus what someone can get as a member, which can change their value perception and make them more likely to sign up in the future. All right, that is it for this week. Make sure you head over to themembershipguys.com/213 for all of the show notes and related links for this week's episode. Thanks as ever for listening. I'll be back again next week with a brand new installment of the Membership Guys podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Membership Guys podcast, we invite you to check out the membersiteacademy.com. The Member Site Academy is the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a membership website. So whether you're still figuring out what your idea is going to be, or whether your website is already up and running and you're just looking for ways to grow it and attract new members, then the Member Site Academy can help you to get to the next level. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive member-only discounts, perks and tools, and a supportive, active community to help you along the way with feedback, encouragement and advice, the Member Site Academy is the perfect place to be for anyone looking to start, manage and grow a successful membership website. So check it out at membersiteacademy.com.